And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, here's Romo. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call it.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there on third down. And even 50 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while, the illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
And the quarterback won't take the snap here. This is the Wildcat look. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Javon Curse there to get him down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Play clock winding down. After the run, now Romo going to throw. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. And the play clock's running down. They do snap it. Now Romo. His pass caught at the 4. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. It's going the other way. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Kelly on the toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Here's Elliott. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Left side here to Sanders. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th.
And it's a fumble. He finds his target, Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
Sanders has it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, Elliott. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Now it's Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is Prescott. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And now back out comes the offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This is the fullback, Sherman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They run with it. It's Kelly. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And McManus able to put it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it, and right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all, because if we